Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forged Steppe drop version semi-flush. This is the 12-37-15. There are two versions of this. This is the one that's coming down a foot from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. There's another one called a 12-37-05. That one comes down 7.6 inches. Check them both out. Make sure you're getting the one that's right for your needs. Let's jump into the size of the fixture. As I mentioned, it's 12 inches from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, and it's a square 17.1 by 17.1. It's coming in at 24 pounds. It's probably something you do want to talk to your installer about. Make sure that they put the adequate J-box on the ceiling for you. And the canopy up on that J-box is going to be a 9-inch square, so it'll cover this beautifully. This is only a 4-inch J-box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. Always good to know all those things. Now let's look a little deeper into that, and we're going to look at the installations instructions now. And how you do that is to look over on that side of the screen midway down. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. It's going to show you a parts list. It's going to show you all your glass pieces. You've got glass panels on the side that are long rectangles, big flat piece on the bottom. We'll talk more about glass in just a second. But it's going to show you a lot of good information like the setup of the sockets inside, as well as detailed line drawings of the canopy, the top of this fixture, and how it's going to go in your junction box. So you can take that and this video, if you want to, email them over to your installer so they get a chance to see everything about this fixture before you guys take delivery. Okay? Why don't we talk a little bit more about the glass? And you're going to have two options for glass here. Now, the bottom piece of glass, that's a square piece of glass, is going to be sandblasted on one side. So one side's glossy, the other side is matte, and you can decide which side is going to be facing down. That's totally up to you. The side pieces are going to be glossy on both sides. Those are the long rectangles at the top. So you're going to have two options. You're going to have white art glass, which is a true white, has some streaking running through it, but it's going to be basically white at the end of the day. And the other one is called ivory art glass, and it's a very pretty glass, and a good way to explain about it is to kind of talk about food. So if you think about a white birthday cake, like a flat sheet cake with white frosting on it, and you pull through like a lemon meringue with a fork, that's kind of what it looks like. So you have these kind of lemon yellows that are kind of being pulled through a white, and that is going to be your your ivory art glass. The glass itself is made in Connecticut by Wallingford Glass Industries. They make stained glass and slump glass. They're a leader in that, so it's really nice that we can use local materials and manufacturers. Okay, why don't we hop into what's going on as far as lamping goes on this. And you can use different bulbs on this. Lots of light can come out of this, because don't forget, a lot of your light's going to leave the bulbs. There's no diffuser on top of this, and when you look at the install instructions, you'll be able to see the detailed drawings of the inside. Light's going to go up and hit your ceiling and bounce around the room, as well as go down through that diffuser as well. It's going to have 4 medium A19 sockets, actually medium base sockets, and these will take an A19 bulb. The bulb size you want to use, the A19, is just a standard size light bulb. We all grew up with this. It's easy to get. Everywhere you walk into basically sells them at this point. And you can go up to a 75 watt incandescent if you still want to do an incandescent bulb, and there's 4 of these, don't forget, so that's per bulb. But I don't think you need to, because there's so many great LEDs that are out there. And again, you can get them everywhere, especially A19s, dollar stores, drug stores, my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can get it, you can get it. Now remember, the glass is opaque, so you're not going to be able to see these bulbs, so it doesn't really matter aesthetically which ones you get. You can go for the old school LEDs like these with the plastic covers on them, but you can also go for these, and I kind of favor these, quite honestly, because I kind of think the light's a little more pure coming out of them. You also don't get colder and cooler spots like you can do on other bulbs, because the light's coming from all directions because it's clear. And these are just clear LEDs. Some people call them phosphorus LEDs. That's what they really are. And you'll be able to get these in all kinds of different ways. To begin with, you could do a 40 watt equivalent in each of these. You could do a 60 watt equivalent. You can get these easily in a 75 watt equivalent. But if you really need this to get a lot of light out of, you can do 100 watt equivalents of these, and you can pick them up at places like Walmart or Amazon. You can get them at Home Depot, places like that, Lowe's. Again, it's really up to you. And you can dim these things too. We'll talk about that as well. Now, the light coming out of these is going to be offered to you in different ways. They're going to offer these to you in something called 2700 Kelvin. On the Kelvin scale, that's a super yellow light. like a setting sun. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and we talk about that in every video, because daylight sounds like it should be warm like sunlight, but it's not. That's that bluish white light like a hospital waiting room or an overcast day. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white. That's the light coming down on this table from these LEDs above. These are 3,000 Kelvin warm white, soft white. And again, these are probably one of the easiest bulbs to get. It'll just make sure it doesn't, if you're going for the daylight, it'll say daylight. It'll say warm white if you're looking for these. And these are the ones that we like to use in our showroom because they put out the warmth of an incandescent bulb from what we grew up with. So that's what we like. The other thing is I would totally get a dimmable version of this bulb because chances are you're going to want to dim it in the future. Tell your installer you're doing that. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.